Chappell Roan's talent agency is called Wasserman. The CEO, Casey Wasserman, that is a terrible last name, is mentioned in the files, the Epstein files. This is not shocking. We know the wealthy are just evil. I hope we know that, but it is a big deal, as is how Chappell has chosen to respond, so let's talk about it. Chappell Roan cuts ties with Wasserman amid Epstein files fallout. Chappell Roan has left talent agency Wasserman alongside several other artists following the CEO's mention in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Chappell Roan is the latest artist to cut ties with talent agency Wasserman after founder and CEO Casey's name appeared in the Jeffrey Epstein files. People like to try to dismiss the weight of this association by saying, well, that doesn't necessarily mean he did anything. Just a mention isn't a crime. Just partying with Epstein isn't a crime.
This Epstein file shit, it's really frustrating to me because every text message you sent to somebody, if you stole an apple from Walmart and you were on trial for stealing an apple from Walmart, is every person in your phone an accomplice?
However, Deadline writes, Wasserman client since 2023, Roan's action follows fellow artists like Big Coast Bethany Cosentino, I'm so bad at pronouncing things, I'm sorry, plus bands Beach Bunny and Wednesday walking away from Wasserman in the past few days. The decision by Roan, aka Kaylee Rose Amstutz, if that's how you say it, I'm so sorry. This is a serious topic. Represents the supreme A-lister move since Billie Eilish left in 2024 when a previous sex scandal swirled around the executive. Under any other circumstance, once would be a coincidence. In this context, once is more than enough. To already previously be linked to sexual misconduct and to now be exposed for being in the files, that is a pattern. A hideous one at that. Chappell took to Instagram to make her stance clear. As of today, I am no longer represented by Wasserman, the talent agency led by Casey Wasserman. I can't snap. I hold my teams to the highest standards and have a duty to protect them as well. No artist, agent, or employee should ever be expected to defend or overlook actions that conflict so deeply with our own moral values. Pause right there. This is an excellent point. Something these elite scumbags never take into consideration, because why would they do that? They only care about themselves, is that by associating or participating in horrendous shit, they're also putting a massive responsibility on anyone they work with or employ. No one wants to wake up or open their phone and find out their higher up is in the Epstein files. Now it's on the artist to take responsibility for something they likely played no part in. Now the artist's name is linked to disgusting shit. Continuing on, I have deep respect and appreciation for the agents and staff who work tirelessly for their artists, and I refuse to passively stand by. Artists deserve representation that aligns with their values and supports their safety and dignity. This decision reflects my belief that meaningful change in our industry requires accountability and leadership that earns trust. You could never make me hate this woman. It is clocking to me. It is clocking to me that she stands on business. Sorry, stay mad. Still, to this day, people give Chappell Roan shit for saying both Republicans and Democrats are bad, knowing all the things we now know and are continuing to watch be uncovered, even though we have proof and can literally see with our eyes that she wasn't wrong. People to this day, because she dared to set boundaries like 2 years ago, call her a selfish, abrasive bitch. Because she, a woman, told you you are not entitled to her time or personal space or body. People hate on her. Anytime her name comes up, lemmings foam at the mouth for the chance to drag her name through the dirt. This is a decision she made all on her own. She's doing the right thing. I have a lot of respect for that. It would be easy to just, that has nothing to do with me. It's not my fault he's in there, and call it a day. Not to mention, she's still relatively new to the industry, at least on the scale she's achieved in the last couple of years. I can only imagine it's not easy to get signed again just like that. The Moguls Company, which has a large A-list client roster of artists including Ed Sheeran, Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, Casey Musgraves, Lorde, and Pharrell Williams, has been rocked by the release of the files, which surfaced Wasserman's suggestive correspondence with Maxwell. You know, that Maxwell? 3 years before Epstein was first arrested in Florida on account of soliciting, I don't know if I can say that word. Let's see how these artists choose to move now. Coldplay, I swear to God. I swear to God, you better drop this agency. I do not want to have to remove your songs from my playlists. I will become a very unhappy person if I can never listen to Sparks again. In all seriousness, good for Chappell. She slipped a little with that Brigitte Bardot moment, but she seems to have a good head on her shoulders. She seems to have morals. More than once, she has shown that her morals matter to her more than all of the rest of it. I hope the other artists under this agency follow suit and leave. When, inevitably, more industry bigwigs are discovered in the files, I hope the celebrities continue to hold them accountable rather than prioritizing the bag. As always, the elite, billionaires, Donald Trump, and anyone that had anything to do with the absolutely depraved and inhumane atrocities that are in those files. To be extremely clear, me saying them is me being much more kind than I want to be. If I said what I really wanted to say, my channel would become a memory. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching again. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe so you catch the next one, and please, please, please let me know your thoughts down below. I love talking to people. I love engaging with the comments, whether we're kikiing or yapping or arguing. Until next time.